Donald Trump announces World Liberty Financial launch. WLF.
I'm not a financial advisor.
Are they copying our NWF or like WLF?
Do you think he knows, or do you think like what he's doing is he announced his faction first, and now we got to announce the NWF, and now we become collaborators or whatever,
Collaborators
or enemies? I don't know.
No, well, is this NWO versus WCW right now? Is that what this is? We're the NWO, they're the WCW. They got the stars right now, but we're about to kick it up, you know. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has announced the launch of his family cryptocurrency platform, World Liberty Financial, positioning it as an alternative to traditional banks. He encouraged users to join a live event on X next Monday.
We're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind.
We're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow, outdated big banks behind. Whoa, that sounds like some crypto stuff. It is some crypto stuff, but I mean, that sounded good. Former U.S. President Donald Trump announced in a video he posted on social media platform X on Thursday the launch of World Liberty Financial. Join me live on Twitter Spaces at 8 p.m. this September 16th for the launch of World Liberty Financial. We're embracing the future of crypto and leaving the slow and outdated banks behind. Who on crypto Twitter wrote that for him?
He called it Twitter, didn't he? You said Twitter Spaces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is called, what do you call it, X Spaces?
You can't, right?
You can't. I mean, look, I get what he's doing. I like Elon Musk, but man, the change in the name, I think, maybe it ultimately is going to be the right move in the end, but man, it still doesn't feel like it's the right move. And Mr. X may have told him to change the name, so. Wait a second. Huh. That's interesting, isn't it? You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, if I go back in my Mr. X archive, the number one most thing that he talked about was trading against Elon Musk on Tesla to punish him because he was not doing the right stuff and he was on the wrong side. And so then Mr. X and I stopped talking for a while, my fault. And during that time, Elon Musk buys Twitter and renames it X. Pretty interesting. I'm just saying. And Mr. X told me at one point, he said I shouldn't drop that X from the Ben Armstrong Crypto X. He said I should keep that X around. So that's interesting, I'm just saying. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, this is basically them just... okay, they launched the new NFT. I was looking at that. Trump is positioning himself as the crypto president. Man, I tell you, I called that so smooth. I told you guys, go find the clips. I said during the last 4 years that Donald Trump was going to go pro-Bitcoin. I went down there. I met with Donald Trump Jr. I did the podcast. I talked to him about how I talked to him and people on his team as well about how they've got to get it in their dad's head or in his dad's head that going on a crypto platform is going to be what's going to win the election because it is a platform filled with independents and people that think for themselves, and those are the people that you got to move over. And at the end of the day, when this election is over, and I believe Donald Trump is going to be declared the winner, it's going to be by a very thin margin, and I believe that it will be because he is putting himself out there as the crypto president. And I can't sit here and tell you, obviously, that they got that idea from me. I told him that 2 years ago. Yeah. Maybe if your dad comes back in and wins, maybe he can, you know, put his foot down on some stuff. But I can tell you that there definitely were conversations around this after that podcast that him and Don Jr. and I had. And, you know, the funniest thing ever was when Don Jr. was like, he was embarrassed about his studio. He's like, I don't have a big studio like you, BitBoy. You know, it's like real funny. I was like, come on, you're Don Jr. Come on, guy. I like Don Jr. a lot. I really, really do. There for a moment when I had endorsed Kennedy, and hey, look, they embraced Kennedy too. That was one thing I was like, I hope Don Jr. is not mad at me. I love Trump. I love the Trumps. Well, I don't know the Trumps. I know Don Jr. And I know that from meeting him, I can tell his dad raised him right. So not perfect, of course. Nobody does. But anyways, I'll digress. It won't be a thin margin. I totally disagree with that. It's going to be a thin margin. Our country is just too split down the middle. It's more split down the middle than you think it is.